Okay. Hello students, now we are going to learn the remaining part of the straight line. We'll go to the section 2 and do the problems there in the exercise 3b. First problem is this. In what follows, I'll just read out, I'll not write it on the board. In what follows, P denotes the distance of the straight line from the origin and alpha denotes the angle made by the normal ray drawn from the origin to the straight line with OX measured in the anti-clockwise sense. Find the equation of straight lines with the following values of P and alpha. Find the equation of straight lines with the following values of P and alpha. Okay, we'll see that now. కింది వాటిలో మూల బిందువు నుండి సరళరేఖ దూరాన్ని P సూచిస్తుంది. మూల బిందువు నుండి సరళరేఖ గీసిన అభిలంగ కిరణం X అక్షం ధర దిశతో అపసవ్య దిశలో ఆల్ఫా కోణం చేస్తుంది. కింది ఇచ్చిన P మరియు ఆల్ఫా విలువల గల సరళరేఖ సమీకరణాలను కనుగొనండి. Okay, what did he give? He says P is the perpendicular distance from origin to the line S, and this is also called as normal. This normal is making an angle alpha with the positive direction of X axis. Then he wants us to find the equation of this line. We know this equation is X cos alpha plus Y sin alpha is equal to P, that we have derived in the previous class. Okay, so we'll do one problem in this. The first bit is, this is second section, first problem. In that we are taking first bit. P is equal to 5 and alpha is given to be as 60 degrees. Okay, so equation of the line is X cos alpha plus Y sin alpha is equal to P. Okay, this is going to be X cos 60 degrees plus Y sin 60 degrees is equal to P is 5. This is X into cos 60 is 1 by 2 plus Y into sin 60 is root 3 by 2 is equal to 5. This gives X plus root 3Y is equal to 10. This is the equation of the straight line. This is the first problem. Let's now take the second problem. Find the equation of straight lines in the symmetric form given the slope and a point on the line in each of the following. So, రెండో ప్రాబ్లం చేద్దాం ఇప్పుడు మనం. అది ఏంటి అంటే, కింద ఇచ్చిన వాళ్ళతో ఇచ్చిన బిందువు గుండా పోయే సరళ రేఖల సమీకరణాలను సౌష్టవ రూపంలో కనుగొనండి. First problem is going to be this. In the second problem, the first bit is going to be this, is the slope and the point is 2,3. So వీడు theta ఇవ్వగానే tan theta అని ఇచ్చాడు. Tan theta is equal to root 3. This gives theta is equal to 60 degrees. And x1, y1 is given to be as 2,3. So equation of the straight line in symmetric form is x minus x1 by cos theta is equal to y minus y1 by sin theta. Ante x minus 2 by cos 60 degrees is equal to y minus 3 by sin 60 degrees. X minus 2 by cos 60 is equal to y minus 3 by sin 60. This is the symmetric form of a straight line. What's the use of symmetric form of straight line? ఇది సరళ రేఖ సమీకరణం సౌష్టవ రూపంలో. దీని ఉపయోగం ఏమిటి చూద్దాం. x1, y1 అనే బిందువు గుండా ఒక సరళ రేఖ పోతున్నది మరియు ఈ సరళ రేఖ x అక్షంతో చేసే కోణం అపసవ్య దిశలో θ అనుకుందాం. ఇది P అనే బిందువు అనుకుంటే ఈ సరళరేఖపై P బిందువు నుండి 6 యూనిట్ల దూరంలో ఏవైనా రెండు బిందువులు ఉండొచ్చు. A ఒకవైపు ఉంటే B మరి ఒక వైపు ఉంటుంది. L అనే సరళరేఖ px1, y1 అనే బిందువు గుండా పోతున్నది. మరియు ఈ సరళ రేఖ x అక్షం ధన దిశతో అపసవ్య దిశలో θ అనే కోణం చేస్తుంది. ఈ సరళ రేఖపై 6 యూనిట్ల దూరంలో ఉండే బిందువును కనుగొనడానికి మనకి సౌష్ఠవ రూపం ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. ఎలా? సో x minus x1 by cos theta is equal to y minus y1 by sin theta is equal to r అని ఈక్వేట్ చేస్తాం మనం. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? x minus x1 is equal to r cos theta, x is equal to x1 plus r cos theta, y minus y1 is equal to r sin theta, y is equal to y1 plus r sin theta అవుతుంది. అప్పుడు ఏదైనా బిందువు a కానీ b కానీ ఈ సూత్రాన్ని ఉపయోగించి మనం కనుక్కోవచ్చు. a is equal to x1 plus r cos theta, y1 plus r sin theta. a అనేది 6 యూనిట్ల దూరంలో ఉంది p నుండి. ఈ దిశలో r పాజిటివ్ గా తీసుకుంటే, r ధనాత్మకంగా తీసుకుంటే ఈ దిశలో r రుణాత్మకంగా అవుతుంది. అప్పుడు b అనేది ఏమవుతుంది? b is equal to x1 minus r cos theta, y1 minus r sin theta అవుతుంది. ఓకే, సో కాబట్టి ఏదైనా బిందువు నిరూపకాలు ఏమవుతాయి? x1 plus r minus r cos theta, y1 plus r minus r sin theta అవుతాయి. ఓకే, now what's the use of symmetric form of a straight line? So let's say there's a straight line L which is passing to the point px1, y1 and is making an angle theta with the positive direction of x-axis in the anti-clockwise direction. This is a straight line L and it's passing to the point x1, y1 and it's making an angle theta with the positive direction of x-axis in the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, this line is passing to the point P. There will be infinite number of points on this line. I want to find out any point on the line which is at a distance of r units from P. Okay, so there can be 2 points on this line on either side of P which will be at a distance of r units from it. If you take this direction to be positive, this direction will become negative. Okay, so we can find the 2 points A and B by equating this to r, that is x minus x1 by cos theta is equal to y minus y1 by sin theta is equal to r. Instead, I can put it as mod r. Okay, that's better if I put it as mod r. Even if not also, you can understand. So then x minus x1 is equal to mod r cos theta, x is equal to x1 plus mod r cos theta, y minus y1 is equal to mod r sin theta, y is equal to y1 plus mod r sin theta it will become. So here, if you take this direction to be positive, r is positive, then mod r will become r. Then a coordinates will be x1 plus r cos theta, y1 plus r sin theta. If you take this direction to be negative, mod r will be equal to minus r. Then b coordinates we can get x1 minus r cos theta, y1 minus r sin theta. The main use of symmetric form is to find out the points on the line which are at a distance of particular r units from A. Here r is called as parameter. R ni manam paramiti antam. Enduku antam ante parameter. If you keep changing the values of r, you'll get different points on the line which are at a distance of r units from P. Okay, we can change the values of r. As we keep changing the values of r, let's say if I take r is equal to 5 units, then let's say A and B are the 2 points which are at a distance of 5 units from P. If I take r is equal to 6 units, then C and D can be the 2 points which will be at a distance of 6 units from P. Like that, if I keep changing the values of r, I get different points on the line which are at a particular distance from the given point P. Okay, so this is the use of the symmetric form of a straight line. Okay, now this is the first problem which we did. X minus x1 by cos theta is equal to y minus y1 by sin theta. Likewise, you can do the remaining 2 bits in this exercise in the problem number 2 as homework. Let's now go to the third problem. Transform the following equations into slope intercept form, and then the normal form. Transform the following equations into slope intercept form, and then the normal form. Okay, let's see here. మూడో ప్రాబ్లం చూడండి. ఇక్కడ కింది సమీకరణాలను వాలు అంతర్ఖండ రూపము అభిలంబ రూపంలోకి మార్చండి. ఫస్ట్ బిట్ ఏంటంటే థర్డ్ ప్రాబ్లంలో ఫస్ట్ బిట్ 3x plus 4y is equal to 5. 3x plus 4y is equal to 5. Let's now convert this into slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form. వాలు అంతరఖండ రూపంలోకి మారుస్తుంది. వాలు అంతరఖండ రూపం అంటే ఏ రూపంలో ఉండాలి? సరళరేఖ సమీకరణం y కూడా mx plus c రూపంలో ఉండాలి. మనకి ఇచ్చిన సరళరేఖ 3x plus 4y is equal to 5. ఈ 4y is equal to minus 3x plus 5 అవుతుంది. ఈ 3x ని అటువైపు తీసుకెళ్తే minus 3x అవుతుంది. 4y is equal to minus 3x plus 5. Therefore, y is equal to what? Minus 3x plus 5 by 4, which is minus 3 by 4 into x plus 5 by 4. This is now in the form of y equal to mx plus c. 3x plus 4y is equal to 5, 4y equal to minus 3x plus 5. Then divide through with 4. Then y equal to minus 3x plus 5 by 4. That is minus 3 by 4 into x plus 5 by 4. Okay, this is slope-intercept form. వాలు అంతరఖండ రూపం. Next, intercepts form. Intercepts form. In intercepts form, what we do is this. What is actually intercept form of a straight line? X by a plus y by b is equal to 1. X and y terms are to one side we equal to, and on the other side if equal to, we have got 1. To get that, what we have to do, we will see. 3x plus 4y is equal to 5. This is the given equation. To get 1 here, we have to divide through with 5. This can be written as 3x plus 4y by 5 is equal to 5 by 5. This is now going to be 3x by 5 plus 4y by 5 is equal to 5 by 5 is 1. This is x by 5 by 3 plus y by 5 by 4 is equal to 1. So, the x intercept is 5 by 3, y intercept is 5 by 4. అంతరఖండ రూపంలోకి మారుస్తాం ఈ సరళరేఖ సమీకరణాన్ని. సరళరేఖ సమీకరణం అంతరఖండ రూపంలో ఏంటి? x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. అంటే ఇటువైపు మనకు 1 ఉన్నది. సో ఇక్కడ 1 రావడానికి కోసం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం మనం? 5 తో డివైడ్ చేస్తున్నాం రెండు వైపులా. 3x plus 4y by 5 is equal to 5 by 5. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? 3x by 5 plus 4y by 5 is equal to 1. x by 5 by 3 3 కిందకి తీసుకొద్దాం. x by 5 by 3 plus y by 5 by 4 is equal to 1. ఇది ఏ రూపంలో ఉంది ఇప్పుడు? x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. ఇది అంతరఖండ రూపంలో. నెక్స్ట్, థర్డ్ వన్ is normal form. So, given line is 3x plus 4y is equal to 5. So, normal form లో మనం ఇంతకుముందు చెప్పుకున్నాము. ఎప్పుడు కాన్స్టెంట్ ని పాజిటివ్ గా ఉంచాలని చెప్పి we have learnt in the previous lesson that the constant is to be kept positive. After keeping the constant positive, x and y terms should be taken to one side if equal to, constant should be taken to the other side if equal to, the constant should be kept positive. Okay, it's in the same manner. Then we have to divide on both sides by root a square plus b square, where a is the coefficient of x. If you take the general equation of a line as ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, a is going to be the coefficient of x and b is going to be the coefficient of y. Dividing on both sides with root a square plus b square, that is root of 3 square plus 4 square. This is 9 plus 16, root 25, which is 5. We get, what do we get? 3x plus 4y by 5 is equal to 5 by 5. This is x into 3 by 5 plus y into 4 by 5 is equal to 1. This is in the form of x cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to p. This is the normal form of a line. This is about the first bit. Now, we will take one more bit here. We will take the third bit. Root 3x plus y is equal to 4. Root 3x plus y is equal to 4. Root 3x plus y is equal to 4. The first part is going to be slope-intercept form. వాలు అంతరఖండ రూపము. సో ఇచ్చిన స్ట్రైట్ లైన్ ఈక్వేషన్ ఏంటి? 3x plus y is equal to 4. This can be written as y is equal to minus root 3x plus 4. It's now in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, this is the slope intercept form. Then the next form is intercepts form. Intercepts form. Given line is root 3x plus y is equal to 4. The intercept form of a straight line is x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. To get 1 on the other side, if equal to, we divide through with 4. This is root 3x plus y by 4 is equal to 4 by 4. Root 3x by 4 plus y by 4 is equal to 4 by 4 is 1. This is x by 4 by root 3 plus y by 4 is equal to 1. This is now in the form of x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. This is the intercept form of straight line. Then the next one is going to be normal form, Abhilamba Rupamu. So, what's the given line here? Root 3x plus y is equal to 4. Okay. In the normal form, what did I say previously also? The constant should be made positive and it's already given as positive. So, there's no need to make any changes here. So, dividing on both sides by root a square plus b square is equal to root of root 3 whole square plus 1 square. 3 plus 1 is 4. When it comes out, it's 2. We get, what do we get? Root 3x plus y by 2 is equal to 4 by 2. Root 3x plus y by 2 is equal to 4 by 2. This is root 3x by 2, or I can write it as x into root 3 by 2 plus y by 2 can also be written as y into 1 by 2 is equal to 4 by 2 is equal to 2. So, it should be written in the form of x cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to p. This is the place of cos and this is the place of sin. The value of alpha which satisfies both is 30 degrees going to be, which is pi by 6. Okay. This is x cos pi by 6 plus y sin pi by 6 is equal to 2. This is now in the normal form. X cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to p. మనం ఇంకొక ప్రాబ్లం కూడా చేద్దాము దీనిలో. దట్ ఈస్ x plus y plus 2 is equal to 0. X plus y plus 2 is equal to 0. The first part is going to be slope intercept form. Slope intercept form is, it should be kept in the form of y equal to mx plus c. The given line is x plus y plus 2 is equal to 0. Then this can also be written in this manner, y equal to minus x minus 2. That is y equal to minus 1 into x plus minus 2. It's in the form of y equal to mx plus c. Okay. ఇచ్చిన సమీకరణం x plus y plus 2 is equal to 0. So, వాళ్ళు అంతకంటే రూపంలో ఉండాలి అని అంటే ఆ సమీకరణాన్ని ఈ రూపంలోకి మార్చాలి, y equal to mx plus c రూపంలోకి. కాబట్టి y ని ఇక్కడే ఉంచి x and కాన్స్టెంట్ టర్మ్ ని అటువైపు తీసుకెళ్తే y equal to minus x minus 2 అయింది. అంటే minus 1 into x plus minus 2 అయింది. ఇది y equal to mx plus c అనే రూపంలో ఇది స్లోప్ ఇంటర్సెప్ట్ ఫార్మ్. నెక్స్ట్ థింగ్ ఈజ్ ఇంటర్సెప్ట్స్ ఫార్మ్. Intercepts form. So given line is x plus y plus 2 is equal to 0. The intercept form of a straight line is x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. Okay, to get 1, first in the intercept form of straight line, we have to keep x and y to one side of equal to and constant to the other side of equal to, and that constant should be equal to 1. So what I do is x and y I keep it to one side of equal to, x plus y is equal to minus 2, constant at తీసుకెళ్ళాను. ఈ కాన్స్టెంట్ ఏమవ్వాలి, ఇది 1 అవ్వాలి. For that I'll divide throughout with minus 2. This is x plus y by minus 2 is equal to minus 2 by minus 2. This is x by minus 2 plus y by minus 2 is equal to 1. This is now in the form of x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. There is no difficulty in this intercept form also. Only the critical thing is normal form, that you should understand better. Normal form, అభిలంబ రూపము. ఇచ్చిన సమీకరణం ఏంటి, x plus y plus 2 is equal to 0. సో అభిలంబ రూపంలోకి మార్చడానికి ఏం చెప్పాను మీకు, కాన్స్టెంట్ ఎప్పుడు పాజిటివ్ గా ఉంచుకోవాలని చెప్పాను. సో యూ హావ్ టు ఆల్వేస్ కీప్ ద కాన్స్టెంట్ పాజిటివ్. ఫర్ దట్ సేక్ వాట్ వి డు, we take x and y terms to that is equal to, then it will become x minus y is equal to 2. In order to keep the constant positive, we are going to take these two terms to the other side equal to. then plus x will become minus x, plus y will become minus y. Minus x minus y is equal to 2. Then what we do is divide on both sides by root a square plus b square. In place of a, you got minus 1. In place of b also, you got minus 1. This is root of minus 1 whole square plus minus 1 whole square. That's with root 2. We get, what do we get? Minus x minus y by root 2 is equal to 2 by root 2. This is x into minus 1 by root 2 plus y into minus 1 by root 2 is equal to root 2 minus x by root 2. Minus x by root 2, I am writing it as x into minus 1 by root 2. Minus y by root 2, I am writing it as y into minus 1 by root 2 is equal to root 2. So this is the place of cos and this is the place of sine. Both are negative. So when cos and sine are both negative, theta lies in which quadrant, or alpha lies in the third quadrant. So it should cross 180 and it should come to the third quadrant. Okay. To identify easily, what you can do is ignore the sign. Okay. Ignore the sign for a while. So cos theta, cos alpha is 1 by root 2. Let's say sin alpha is 1 by root 2. The principal value we know it is 45 degrees. Okay. But both are negative. Both are negative means it lies in the third quadrant. As it lies in the third quadrant, it has to cross 180. And the basic angle is, the principal value is 45 degrees. 180 plus 45 is going to become 225. This is x cos 225 degrees plus y sin 225 degrees is equal to root 2. Or x into cos 5 pi by 4 plus y into sin 5 pi by 4 is equal to root 2. This is going to be the way in which you convert the line x plus y plus 2 is equal to 0 into the normal form. Okay. Now we'll go to the fourth problem. If the product of the intercepts made with a straight line x tan alpha plus y secant alpha is equal to 1. Fourth problem. If the product of the intercept made by the straight line x tan alpha plus y secant alpha is equal to 1, where 0 is less than or equal to alpha is less than pi by 2 on the coordinate axis. On the coordinate axis is equal to sin alpha, find alpha, is equal to sin alpha, find alpha. x tan alpha plus y secant alpha is equal to 1 అనే సరళరేఖ నిరూపాక్షాల మీద చేసే అంతర్ఖండాల లబ్ధం sin alpha అయితే ఆల్ఫా కనుగొనండి. x tan alpha plus y secant alpha is equal to 1 అనే సరళరేఖ నిరూపాక్షాలతో చేసే అంతర్ఖండాల మొత్తం sin alpha అయితే ఆల్ఫా కనుగొనండి. Okay. So let's take the solution here. Given equation is x tan alpha plus y secant alpha is equal to 1. This is x by cot alpha plus y by cos alpha is equal to 1. Tan alpha ante 1 by cot alpha, secant alpha ante 1 by cos alpha. X by cot alpha plus y by cos alpha is equal to 1. Therefore, x intercept, x అంతర్కణం ఏమవుతుంది cot alpha, y intercept is equal to cos alpha. Okay, this is now in the form of x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. Hence, the x intercept is cot alpha, y intercept is cos alpha. Given product of the intercepts is sin alpha. Given product of intercepts is equal to sin alpha. That is cot alpha into cos alpha is equal to sin alpha. Cot alpha into cos alpha is equal to sin alpha. This is cos alpha by sin alpha into cos alpha is equal to what? Sin alpha. Which gives you cos square alpha is equal to sin square alpha. This gives tan square alpha is equal to 1. Divide throughout with cos square alpha. Cos square alpha by cos square alpha is 1. Sin square alpha by cos square alpha is tan square alpha. Tan square alpha is equal to 1. This gives tan alpha can be equal to plus or minus 1. But he said alpha lies in the first quadrant. Hence tan alpha should be equal to 1 only. This implies alpha is equal to pi by 4. Okay. So ఇచ్చిన సమీకరణం ఏంటి x tan alpha plus y secant alpha is equal to 1. Tan alpha ని 1 by cot alpha గా రాసుకోవచ్చు. Secant alpha ని 1 by cos alpha గా రాసుకోవచ్చు. x by cot alpha plus y by cos alpha is equal to 1. అప్పుడు x అంతర్ఖండం ఏమవుతుంది? cot alpha అవుతుంది. y అంతర్ఖండం ఏమవుతుంది? cos alpha అవుతుంది. సో అంతర్ఖండాల లబ్ధం ఎంత ఇచ్చాడు వాడు? sin alpha అని ఇచ్చాడు. అంటే cot alpha into cos alpha is equal to sin alpha. cot alpha అనగా ఏంటి? cos alpha by sin alpha into cos alpha is equal to sin alpha. sin alpha అటు తీసుకెళ్దాము. cos alpha into cos alpha is cos square alpha is equal to sin alpha into sin alpha is sin square alpha. So throughout if we divide with cos square alpha తో మనం భాగిస్తే sin square alpha by cos square alpha is equal to tan square alpha అవుతుంది. cos square alpha by cos square alpha is 1. tan square alpha is 1. Therefore tan alpha is equal to 1. Actually speaking ఇక్కడ ప్లస్ ఆర్ మైనస్ 1 అవ్వచ్చు. కానీ ఆల్ఫా 0 మరియు పై బై 2 మధ్యలో ఉంది. అంటే ఫస్ట్ క్వాడ్రంట్ లో ఉంది. tan alpha is equal to 1. Therefore alpha is equal to pi by 4. This is about the fourth problem.